How's it going? So this video is on this plant here and up there, and it's called Kiekie. That's what the leaves look like. These low ones here have been chewed off by goats and deer, so they grow a bit longer than that. You can see these ones up here that are out of reach, they've grown a bit longer. Kiekie is a climbing plant. You can see there, that's the woody part of the plant, and it has all of these feelers coming out. You can see this one here is grown up the side of this punga, and yeah, you often see a big mass of it growing up a dead tree or something like that. But yeah, it doesn't actually need to grow up a tree, it can grow on its own. Sometimes you just find it growing along the ground and just forming like a big bushy mass. So Kiekie is pretty widespread. You find it all over the North Island pretty much in lowland forest, and it also grows as far south as Milford Sound. And there's a couple of really good things you can eat off Kiekie. So during early spring or late winter, you'll often find flowers in the centre of the Kiekie like this. And we know that this is a female plant because it has these young fruit in the middle of the flower. You can get male and female Kiekie, and the female ones have the fruit and the male ones have a similar looking flower, but in the middle they have stamen instead of the fruit. And the part that you eat at this stage are these white flower bracts that surround the fruit or the stamen, and they're really nice. The male ones are actually nicer. These are the female ones. They're not as sweet, but they still taste pretty good. We've got a real aromatic sort of flavour, but not in a bad way. And the closer you get to the base of the fruit or the stamen, the softer these bracts are, and the nicer and sort of juicier they are. Oh yeah, that bit's delicious. So the fruit's not usually ready until end of summer or autumn, and it's the end of winter right now, so I can't show you guys the fruit today, but I've got a video of some fruit that I found last year, so I'll play that for you now. Sweet. So these are the fruits, and there's heaps of them around. Some more there, some more there. But yeah, you can see they're quite good sized fruits, and all these ones are still hard, so they're not really ready yet. But there's one over here that an animal's been getting into, probably a bird or a possum, I suppose. I'll just grab my knife and cut it off. So yeah, I've sort of cut all the hard stuff away now, and that bit there is pretty good. I mean, it's still, yeah, I think it needs to ripen up a little bit. But it's not too bad. I mean, if you found a big grove of these like this one here, you know, it'd be a bit of food for you. Sweet. So I just found this male Kiekie to show you guys. So yeah, you can see it's a bit past it. It's started to sort of rot away, and something's eaten pretty much all of those flower bracts. But yeah, these things are the stamens, so they're a little bit different to the fruit that was on the female plant. You can see they're kind of furry. So this is another one I found on the same plant. I just pulled it off. It's been eaten by something as well. But I figured it's done its pollinating at this point, so we're not doing it any harm by pulling it off. Just cut off all that chewed bit in case it's some rabid rat that's been chewing on it. But yeah, all that white stuff in there is still pretty good. It's definitely got a higher sugar content than the female. That's quite sweet. Oh, those bits in the middle there. They're juicy and sweet, like almost like a grape. Really nice. And yeah, Kiekie is also pretty useful in other ways. You can use the leaves for tying things together. It's been used in the past for weaving and stuff like that. And yeah, it's pretty easy to get it off the plant. You just grab a handful and just give them a good tug. And yeah, it's pretty strong, you know. I can't break that with my hands. It's certainly not as strong as Kiekie, but in a pinch, Kiekie is a lot easier to find in the bush. It's definitely a lot more widespread. So if you need some sort of cordage or something to tie something together, you might want to make a shelter, tie sticks together, something like that. Kiekie is a pretty good option if it's around. It's easy to harvest and yeah, pretty good if there's no Kiekie around. Sweet. Oh, that's about all I can think of for the Kiekie. It's a pretty awesome plant and it's often overlooked. So yeah, if you're out in the bush in spring or late summer, it's definitely worth having a look to see if you can find a flower or even some fruit. And yeah, the fruit's probably the more reliable food source because it's on there for longer. The flowers tend to perish quite quickly. If you find some fruit that's not ripe yet, but it's somewhere handy, what you can do is actually tie the Kiekie around it, and that way you can kind of put it in a case to protect it and then come back later when it's ripened up and hopefully there's no birds or rats that have been able to get into it. Anyway, sweet as. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. We're just going to keep on doing these native plant ones. So yeah, sweet. Cheers.